Well, hello there. Does the single light add more drama to the video? You know, they turned one set of lights off over there. I confirmed this today with the butcher. I went to Sam's Club, which has the cheapest price on filet mignons. Like every 2 weeks or so, I'll like try to treat myself and get a package of filet mignons because they're the cheapest there. Yeah, I know about buying a side of beef and, all this other stuff. And I know cattle farmers, too. The unfortunate thing is, regarding a cow, only about 5% of it is, the really good cuts of beef. I was like, oh my God, this is so much more expensive. And I figured about 20% increase. And I talked to the butcher. He's like, yeah, about 2 weeks ago, we raised the price on the prime cuts and lamb, which of course I don't eat lamb, by 20%. The whole thing is becoming true. Remember, been talking about it for years, how these muckety mucks, they don't want people eating beef anymore. They want to turn everybody into like a passive soy boy that's eating rabbit food. Yeah. Worst comes to worst, I actually have really good grazing land. However, it takes a lot of effort to take care of cows. Last night on live stream, someone was talking about what I've been calling the stab juice for years. And he's got his own name for it, and I laughed immensely. He calls it the Dirt Nap Magic Sauce. I couldn't help it. It's pretty funny. The Dirt Nap Magic Sauce. That's pretty funny. Some of you don't have a sense of humor. I kind of noticed that. Some of you, not many of you, but some of you don't. This ties into the prior video on beliefs, by the way, and this is about being unhinged. And this is not at all, this kind of springboards from that, but this is not at all about the event that happened a few days ago. But what it's about is when an event happens, you kind of see how people react. It's kind of like someone is really calm until like an emergency hits, and then you can see who is rational and keeps a cool head. It's kind of like a proving ground. There's a movie where these British nerds buy this sword that's hanging on it's like at a comic book store or something. It looks really nice, like a few $100s, and it's not ever meant to be used. It's something you hang on the wall, and then they end up using it, and of course it breaks and falls apart because it's a cheap piece of junk. And this is called testing the metal. Not that I was ever really a big fan of the show, but they had the show where these bladesmiths would show up and they'd make blades and then they'd test them. And you could see who might look pretty,